Hello, guys, and welcome back to Inside the Daily Gist. We are back again like we never left. Let's jump right into this, guys. As we all know, the VP Kamala Harris, she just rolled out our economic plan, right? And I know a lot of us who were busy, we're not paying attention, but I found this guy at Gluten Free George 3443 on the internet, right? And he explained it in more details that we will read it and we're gonna listen to the way he breaks it down. I just decided like let me share with you guys because as we all know the 2024 presidential election year, we are grabbing a list and checking off who is giving Yoa the most. Let's watch this together, then we are gonna finish our thoughts on the other
Kamala
side.
Harris is doing better in the polls. But you know what she's doing even better than that? Policy. Let's check out what her economic agenda is. It's a doozy. Up there, you'll see that there's a subsidy for home buyers, $25,000 for first-time home buyers. That's a huge savings, and for a lot of people, could make the difference based on what the interest rates are now and their ability to be able to buy a home. You'll also see that $6,000 child tax credit. Now, that's for the first year of a child's life, and then it would revert back to the 2021 child tax credit, which was an expansion on the previous amount, so up to $3,000 per child. And this one amazes me. Elimination of medical debt. Right now, the Biden administration no longer allows credit reporting agencies to report your credit poorly if you have medical debt. And in many cases, medical debt can't even appear on your credit report. But check this out. This is the elimination of it. This is probably a medical version of the student loan forgiveness program. Now, some people mistakenly believe that suddenly you wake up and all of your loans that you've never paid anything on are all forgiven. The actual student loan forgiveness program works for people who paid over 10 years of payments on a loan. 10 years. So after 10 years of paying on a debt, the government eliminates the rest of the debt. So this, I think, is going to follow that same kind of a pattern. So it won't just be a free and full write off all of your medical debt, but it probably is for those people that have lingering medical debt that they've already been paying off. So this is great savings. Now you'll also see not only are they going to be buying back debt, but they're also going to be forgiving some debt as well. So there'll probably be some negotiations there as well. And you see there, this is a big one. Ban on price gouging. Now, we could have certainly used this during the pandemic when all the supermarkets and all of the retail spots that offered food were jacking up their prices, and we suddenly were looking at the price of things skyrocketing. And even in recent years, when the price of eggs rose to almost $8. So one way we can stop that is by actually enacting laws that, by the way, the Democrats tried to get passed before but could not get passed because there were not enough of them in Congress. And stop blaming them for things that they can't get done on their own if there aren't enough of them, thanks. But this is the anti-price gouging, and that will truly help a lot of us. So it imposes fines on local chains and supermarkets when they engage in unlawful price gouging, especially during times of crisis, which is when we need it most. And this is another big one, a cap on prescription drug costs. So this is Kamala Harris taking what the Biden administration's already done with capping some costs with prescription drugs. I think there are right now 7 or 8 drugs that are capped the cost on, in addition to insulin, so that they can no longer be overcharged through Medicare. And this is probably going to follow the same pattern, as this will also be about capping out-of-pocket expenses at $2,000 annually. I think we all are going to need health care. Shouldn't it be really affordable and not just offered in an affordable exchange? Well, the cap on prescription drugs is going to make all the difference, because after you visit the doctor, the next most expensive thing is the maintenance of your health care or your prescription drugs. You also see there the earned income tax credit expansion. So they're trying to expand it from $3,000 up to $4,500 for lower income workers. Now, this is really going to help them a great deal as well, because one of the things they're trying to do is spread that earned income tax credit over the year so that it's a more monthly benefit than it is once a year, which can create kinds of financial distress, feast or famine. For a lot of families, rely on that as a means to take care of themselves. Will be expanded, so there'll be even more offerings to that, so more people can access the Affordable Care Act, and then also targeting pharmaceutical companies and holding them legally responsible for abusive practices. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but if you take time to Google what happened with the Oxycontin case and the billionaire family that's pretty much going to walk away from it, it's this kind of a law that we actually need in place. So she has a serious economic agenda that makes it easier for Americans to live now. The Republicans are all going to say this is too expensive. There's going to be so much debt. Donald Trump put $8 trillion worth of debt in this country in 4 years. The plan that Kamala is proposing right now looks to be about a cost of about $2 trillion. But what it will do for us as Americans is help keep this great economy that we've got going so far really moving forward and working for most of us when we can afford to engage in it to a greater degree. And so I think that really helps us. It's not a trickle-down economics theory. It's not a hope that the rich people will hire more of us and open more businesses, which they never do. This is an economic plan that is pretty impressive, and that I think most working families, most American families, will benefit from greatly. So when someone tells you that Kamala Harris doesn't have a plan, send them this video. Or have I said too much?
That video y'all just finished watching, I find it on social media at gluten-free George 3443, and I think it was well explained. When I saw it, I was like, I have to bring it on board for us, because just like I referenced, a lot of people, they were not listening to it when she wrote them out. You know what I mean? Or we did not even understand it. But I guess this guy, he sat down, he understood it, and he, broke it down to the level of at least my understanding. And I hope that helped you as well. Boy, this now makes sense. When, y'all remember when VP Kamala Harris said this?
I promise you, put the middle class and working families first.
Yeah, y'all remember that statement when she made it? As of then, this plan is not even out yet. Y'all understand what I mean? So, I think it's not making sense again why the Republicans, they are attacking her. It's like they're having ideas of what a plan going to be. That she is going to roll out a plan that is going to benefit middle class. You know what I mean? Just like the guy reference, yeah, they are coming up that this is going to add more depth to the deficit. As that guy said, former President Donald Trump, he had it almost how much? Yeah. So, we are just getting started. More information is going to come up for sure. But when Kamala Harris said she promised, so far, she is keeping it up because her agenda, the plan that she rolled out, no doubt, that is going to favor the middle class. Indeed.
We are not going back.
There you have it, guys. What do you guys think? Let's continue the conversation down there in the comment section. As usual, please let's respect ourselves while we comment. Thank you to all my return subscribers. I appreciate it. And if you have not joined the growing community, please do not forget to do so before you exit. And thank you in advance. Bye for now.